Hi, yeah, it's Jackie here with the LGFA, and we're on a call today looking ahead to more key club activity coming up at the weekend. And I'm very pleased to be joined by four recently crowned county champions, one from each of the four provinces. So as I look at my screen on the top left-hand side, I have Róisín Wynne from Boyle in Roscommon. I have top right, Orlaith Prenter from St. Ergnat in Antrim. Bottom left is Aileen Wall from Ballymacarbry in Waterford. And bottom right is Michelle Davoren from Kilmacud Crokes in Dublin. Ladies, how are you doing? All good?
Not too bad.
Good.
Yeah,
Thanks for jumping on. No offense to the others. I'm going to start with you, Róisín, because Orla, Aileen, and Michelle know what it's like to win a county final previously, but you guys up at senior level and went all the way and won it last weekend against Clonagale. Congratulations. What's the week since been like?
Pardon, how's the which?
How's the week since been like?
Oh yeah, it's been good. Yeah, no, it's been great. We had a great weekend. We were lucky enough that our final was on Saturday, so we did get our celebrations in. So yeah, it was brilliant. It was a great weekend. It was great for the town, and everything. So we were absolutely delighted.
Am I right in saying that the men are playing next weekend as well?
Yeah, they're out. We're out at 11 up in Manorhampton, so it'll be a quick dash then to the Hyde. They're on at 2 playing Bridget. So hopefully they can do the double for us. Yeah.
A super Sunday for Boyle lies in store, hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah.
Róisín, what you got to save it. I think that's important, right? Okay, you go into the Connacht Club Championship this weekend, but you have to celebrate an achievement like that, and I'm sure you did it in style as well.
We did, yeah. Oh no, we did, of course. We did. I was saying to them, I think that's the first time I've ever done a rollover, but it was brilliant. Yeah, it was great crack. I know we were so delighted. Like, I suppose we had a tough few years building up to it. So definitely when we actually got the win, we absolutely celebrated, and all players and management. It was a big achievement for all of us. So. Definitely, we took the time to celebrate it.
Absolutely. Player of the match in the final as well, Róisín.
Yeah, well, now there was definitely a few of them. My own sister, I thought she was going to get it. She had a fantastic game. But yeah, it just happened to be me on the day. I don't know why, but yeah, it was great. It was a great team performance.
Now, as you say, you're out on Sunday, Glencarman or Hamilton. From Leitrim. How much prep can you get done about a team in such a short period of time?
Yeah, I know. Well, we met up last night for the first time since the weekend, and I think, to be honest, we took it handy. It's obviously getting to the end of the year. A few of us have a lot of football played, so to be honest, right now it's kind of more maintaining and looking after any niggles, and just more so refocusing our minds rather than doing any mad training. Or we'll obviously do a bit of looking into Glencar Manor as well, but like I think it's mostly just trying to keep everybody in the right frame of mind and looking after any niggles.
Well, it's a big weekend for Boyle to look forward to, and we wish you well, Róisín. Thanks for coming on.
Thank
Orlaith Prenter, how are things with you? All right?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah.
Good. So you've won Antrim again, and now you're into the Ulster Senior Championship quarterfinals and familiar opponents. You met in the final last year, Dunamine.
Yeah, I remember them well. I don't know, probably got the tough side of the draw now, meeting them first round. I'd say everyone was chancing their arm to avoid them, but it probably does us no harm playing them the first round. I don't know, we're pretty familiar with each other after last year. We thought we had them with about 5 to go, but it just shows how good Donnapoint are that they were able to pull away, even when we were one player up. So we've definitely done our homework this time going into it.
Orla, look, obviously we're talking about club primarily today, but you've had a fantastic year at county level as well with Antrim, winning Division 4 in the Lidl National League, winning an Ulster Intermediate title, going all the way to an All-Ireland semi-final, and you could have made it to Croke Park as well. How do you reflect back on it now?
It was a great year for Antrim. But the past 2 years have been great, even the junior in the first year and then coming up. But we're just at a really good place in Antrim at the minute, that the development from the underage has been so good, and so much work's been put into them over recent years that now they're starting to come through to senior level. So over the last 3 years, there's been great work into the senior team with Antrim. So I think now and Cahill have got them in a really good place. And I'd say next year we'll be looking to push on probably further than we did this year in the Intermediate Championship.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that question. There's a sense that, you know, there's more to come, yeah?
Definitely. I thought Clare were great last year, so they were, and they put it up this rightly, and they did get over the line. We probably had a really poor start, and we're lucky to get back into it, but it just shows the standard, the jump between junior and intermediate, and it was maybe something that we overlooked a tiny bit in that game. But even we done well come back into it, getting it back to a draw, and then we did think it's, you know, when you get it back to a draw, you nearly do think, you know, you're gonna nip them at the end, but no, we were unfortunate they held on to that one.
So you've been nominated for Intermediate Players Player of the Year award as well, Orla. That's a nice accolade.
I don't know how I've managed to do that. I'm up against tough competition there with Fidelma and Róisín, but I am very fortunate to have great players around me. You know, I think a lot of the time, not that my job's easy, but I feel like a lot of the time they make it easier. I feel like a lot of the dog work's put in down the pitch, and then I sometimes say we have the easy job up front, just putting it over the bar. But I don't know, sometimes I think backs, the midfielders don't get as much credit as they deserve, because half the time it is them putting in the hard work, and then, you know, whoever gets the score nearly comes out and they get the heroes title and all. But no, I'm very fortunate and grateful that I've got myself in this position this year, and it's definitely not something I'm taking for granted.
Fair play. Or I see Aileen and Michelle are nodding knowingly there when you heap praise on the players behind you there. Aileen Wall, you were put to the pin of your collar by Cumberland Rangers.
We were. It was the tightest. It was the tightest county final. It was the tightest match I've ever played. Actually, we really were up against it this year. Cumberland came at us with absolutely everything. They were fit. They were fast. They had shooters. So I suppose we didn't have a great start to the championship. We lost to Cumberland Rangers in our opening game, and we also lost another of our games. But I suppose one unfortunate thing in Waterford is that there's only 5 senior teams. So, you know, you get to play everybody, but losing a game or two doesn't really make a difference. You get to a semi-final. So I suppose we were lucky in that sense. It gave us time to get ourselves together, and thankfully we did. I suppose we built on our semi-final performance, and I think we pulled every trick out of the bag now for the county final, and we had every bit of experience, you know, on that pitch. We pulled from it, and thankfully we came over the line after extra time.
Yeah, unbelievable. I was watching some of the clips online post match. It was very, very tight indeed. Now, obviously, you kicked on last year to win a Munster title as well after a long period of time. It would be obviously nice to try and achieve the same again, but look, step by step, and first of all, you've got a tricky enough assignment coming up at the weekend.
Yeah, so I suppose last year was amazing. For most of our players, bar 2, I think it was Michelle Ryan and Michelle McGrath, they were the only 2 to ever win a Munster on the team. So it was an amazing achievement, and look, it would be great to replicate that again this year, but our eyes are firmly now set on Fethard, and I suppose we've the longest road now if we want to get to the final, with the quarterfinals in hand this weekend. But look, Fethard will be very tricky. We've played them in a lot of challenges actually over the years, and they're a super fast team, really fit, really young players who really have, you know, I feel like they have nothing to lose. You know, they just go for it and they don't fear anything. So you know, we'll be up against it now this weekend. We'll have to have our defence set solid for them.
That fearlessness and that you referenced there, that makes them dangerous opponents, Aileen.
Definitely, yeah. And I suppose, you know, you have to look at all the young players they have. Kate Davies, Carrie Davies, you know, the 2 sisters there, all the Spillans, you know, and they've been gaining experience. It was their first time in Munster last year, but they will definitely stand to them now this year, and they know what the pressure is like, and what you need to do to get over the line. So they'll definitely be coming all guns blazing now on Sunday.
Yeah, huge weekend ahead. And Michelle Davoren, I'll come to you next. Obviously, the Crokes are champions in Dublin once again. Into the Leinster series once again, and you're up against Dunshaughlin from Meath, who created quite a story recently by winning that Meath title against Dunboyne. Again, same question, similar to Róisín. Have you had much time to get a bit of prep and a bit of homework done on what's coming down the tracks for you?
So I guess we originally thought we were going to be playing last weekend, which it would have been the same case as Róisín, would have left very little time for kind of the ample celebration and then straight into the looking forward. But thankfully we got an extra week, which is, it's all the shame for Dunboyne or Dunshaughlin, whoever Dunshaughlin came through in the end, but they only get a week to, I guess, again, properly celebrate what is a very special occasion for them. We've taken time. We took some time out last week to kind of, again, as I say, properly celebrate and look forward and kind of get the bodies back on Saturday there. And we've had the chance then obviously to review the Dunshaughlin Dunboyne game. And Dunshaughlin looked very powerful in that game. They kind of comprehensively beat Dunboyne in the end there and kept Emma Duggan very quiet, which is something to be said on any day. But we started to look at them now, obviously between kind of Saturday when they played and today, and again, by and large they're a very strong team. They have some great experience down the middle, really strong runners, and some serious firepower going forward. So we'll have to be on our game defensively from the offset, I think.
The county final, you must be very pleased with it, the manner of the performance. Michelle, especially, in patches, very, very, very good. And the Fianna came back and rallied in the second half, but I thought the first half was really, really good. Yeah,
I think we'd all say that was probably 30 of the best minutes of football that we played in the last 2 years. Like, notwithstanding kind of getting to the All-Ireland semi last year, it was 30 excellent minutes of football. Now, where you have to look bigger picture is the next 15 minutes, where we kind of really let Fianna get back into it. And of course, they have such talent in the forwards too that you're never going to keep them out forever. But I guess, certainly we would have played really good football in patches in both of our last two games, the semi and the final, and that's something we're looking to replicate for the duration of the game this coming Sunday.
To know what it's like to obviously go on and win Dublin and go on to win a Leinster title as well, Michelle. Again, it's a step-by-step process, and you're looking no further than the weekend. But is that in the back of your minds to try and replicate what you did last year?
Well, I guess last year we were so much like what Róisín was saying. We had gotten to the final, years and years previous, and we had felt like we had done ourselves in really. And then last year getting it over the line was just so sweet. It really felt like that was the ultimate victory, and everything after that really was just bonus territory for us. Obviously coming back this year, we're a little bit cuter, and we know a little bit more what it takes to get to a Leinster final. But that being said, obviously, as I say again, we haven't played Dunshaughlin before, and Dunboyne obviously got the better of them last year. So there's that little bit of unknown with them too. Now, we've had time, as you say, to have a look at them and see where they have strength, and certainly they provide a different challenge to the likes of Dunboyne. So we really are, again, like the old adage, we're taking it week by week. We're hoping for the best. We're hoping that we get our performance right.
Good, I wish you well. You've moved into the world of sports PR, Michelle, after a stint in comms with the Green Party. So why the hell did you do that?
Oh, for the obvious reasons. No, not at all. I was really enjoyed. I spent about 4 or 5 years in kind of politics, and it's a really interesting sphere, and it's one that I really enjoyed my time in. I got this fantastic opportunity to work in sport in Wilson Hartnell. So it's a sports, so it's a PR agency, but my team is sports and sports branding. So we get to work a lot with GA players. I'm just back from the World Cup in Paris there at the weekend. So there's a lot of benefits to working in something that you're incredibly passionate about, as I'm sure you're aware, Jackie. But I'm finding it. I'm only 6 months in, so it's all very new. I'm coming to grasp a lot of things I'm really bad at, and I'm having a good time. So I'm just riding the wave anyway for now, but hoping good things to come.
Yeah, you're loving it so far. Good. Róisín, well, what are you doing with yourself? To use that terrible cliche or that terrible phrase, off the field of play. What does life look like for you?
I've just finished up my master's, so I was working in Dublin just for the summer and finishing out a placement, so I'll be done in December, and then I'm not sure. I haven't thought that far ahead yet, so I'll have to keep my options open. What's the master's,
Róisín?
Health economics in Galway.
Very good.
Yeah, so I enjoyed it. It was a great master's. It was brilliant, and the placement was great. But I'm just, I must get myself a bit more organised now, because it'll run out at some stage. But it was good. That's what I'm at the minute.
Well, is there a thesis involved in that?
The thesis is done, thank God.
Good.
It's done and dusted, yeah, and I never want to see it again. So
Yeah, they're
don't
not
ask me
nice.
anything about it because I won't be able to tell you. I went out the other, but yeah, that was great as well. The company I'm with, they're brilliant and they were great mentors. So it wasn't half as painful as I thought it'd be.
Yeah, I get the sense you're gonna enjoy the Christmas break. As you say, you've had football with Roscommon. You know, you've had studies, you've had this club run. Whenever it comes to an end,
yeah,
I'd say you're hanging for the break now, are you?
Yeah, absolutely. Looing for it. Yeah, no, it'll be good. Hopefully, yeah, if the lads win on Sunday, we'll have a great dinner dance in December.
Oh yeah, we might go to that. Will we, lads? Get a minibus. Orla, what's happening in your world away from football? How's life there?
Not bad. I'm taking a minor team this year in the club, so it's very different being on the sideline and looking onto the pitch rather than being on the pitch and looking out to the sideline. But it's tough. It really puts into perspective what a manager like, how much respect you need to have for them, because it's tough work trying to get 30 odd wins to listen to you, especially our minor team as well. I think there's 4 actual minors and then the rest are 14, 15. So I don't know, it's tough not losing the head sometimes. And keeping your cool on the sideline. But I still am working on anyway. It keeps me busy.
Good, and obviously, look, you've got Emma in charge of the county team as a female inter-county manager, which is, you know, we need more of them, to be honest. But is coaching something you've always wanted to do, Orla?
No, not really, to be honest.
Right.
I never really, even the cool camps and things like that, it never would have been a big thing I would have been interested in. I only would have done it if, even like speaking now, I wouldn't have, until a couple of years ago, being involved in the county and having to do things like this. I really would have shied away from anything, like having to speak in front of a group of Waynes or anything. Like I was at the Irish News All Stars there at the weekend.
Yeah, well done.
And, I had to speak. I had got a microphone set in front of me, and 2 years ago, if someone asked me to do that, I probably would have cried on the stage. But it's something I'm getting used to at the minute. But I don't know. I'm sort of getting used to it, and I'm working with it.
I don't know if you saw, we had Niamh Murray on recently from Clonairin. Do you know Niamh? She's actually a professional singer.
Yeah.
Incredible story. Like, you mentioned the microphone there. Later on in the night at the Irish News, was there any more? Was there any songs somewhere?
I don't know. I drove to it.
All right.
With matches coming up, so it was a pretty swift exit for me after it. But no, it was a great night. So it was definitely, and hopefully there'll be a couple more in the next few years. Anyway.
Yeah, there might be a couple more in the next few weeks if things keep rolling on for the club.
I don't know. I can't keep affording to be buying dresses, so I hope not.
There's surely some local clothes shop that might sponsor you something. So, but we'll get the word out there. We'll get the word out anyway.
We'll set you up, Orla. You just get in touch. Don't worry.
There you go. There you go. Sports PR meets somebody looking for a dress. There you go. Don't say we don't make things happen on
I would make a good headline.
Aileen, you're still teaching away. Yeah, how's life there? Good.
Yeah, so I suppose I had a busy year. I stepped away from the county this year, but I got married during the summer, and
that's right.
Currently building a house, which I wouldn't advise to anybody, but it's moving anyway. So it's just been busy that way. But we had a lot of new arrivals in our family as well. We've had 3 babies in the last 3 months, so I'm a busy auntie as well. So.
And where are you building? Are you building close to home, Aileen?
Yeah, in Ballymacarbry. I'm about 50 meters away from my home house front door, so they can't get rid of me.
Oh, very good. And what's the timeline on that? Because look, we're in a house here where we went through splashing about in mud for a long time and all that kind of stuff, and you're wondering, God, is there an end to all of this? But you get there eventually, and it's incredible. So is there light at the end of the tunnel, or are you just starting the process, or where are you at?
No, so we started August 12 months ago, kind of, and we hope to be in by February. So it's 18 months-ish, kind of, we hope anyway. But it's sealed up now. We have windows and stuff like that, so it is moving. But the bank balance is also going down very quickly, so I don't know how much we'll get done. If we can have a bed and a kitchen and a bathroom, I think we'll be fine.
this budget they talk about, forget about that. It never works out.
No, it's gone out the window. Yeah, it goes out the window fairly quickly. Yeah. So
any chance Any chance of getting the builder to get a move on and get you in for Christmas? No, is that too
Oh,
optimistic?
Jeannie Mac, we've been on that a number of times and it's not happening, no. So, but I know I think I'd be more stressed with that now than I would at Nell. So we'll go for February and we'll be hopefully happy enough there then.
Good. There'll be a serious housewarming with all the new arrivals and whatnot. I wish you well, Aileen. Brilliant.
Thanks,
One
mate.
final question to the four of you. I'll start with you, Róisín. Look, obviously it's a bit of a whirlwind for Boyle recently and winning that county title and what's coming up at the weekend. Do you get a chance to kind of look around what's happening? Obviously, look, there's a carrot for the winners of the weekend. I think you play Kilkerran Clonberne after that, right? But do you get a chance to look at that and say, oh God, there's what's happening in Ulster, there's what's happening in Munster, there's what's happening in Leinster? Or are you just kind of consumed with what's going on right in front of your nose with so much, such a busy life you seem to have at the moment?
To be honest, no, like the blinkers were very much on. Like I was even saying, like I'm struggling with my knee a little bit the last couple of weeks, and I was just like, one more game. And sure, then like they're like, no, you have to keep going. Like, you have another game next week. You don't even. So I have had completely the blinkers on, and even people on about Kilkerran Clonberne, that's ages away in the future. Like, we're very focused on last Sunday, and now we're very focused on this Sunday, and we'll just see what happens. Kind of what Michelle had said there, like we're just so delighted to have done the business in the county now. Whatever happens now is bonus.
Yeah.
So I haven't really looked outside the county whatsoever yet, but I'll be keeping an eye out for the girls here and I see how they get on. But I'm very focused over it.
You never know, we might have you all back as winners in a week or two time. Or to yourself, do you just look, it's done in mind, you don't need any reminding of what's coming there, so you're probably not looking too far ahead of that, like?
No, definitely not. I don't. It's not even for Monegasque with County as well. No matter even if it was done at my first round or anyone. I never really look past the next game. Take each one as it comes. But I do like keeping up with the other provinces. And I have family down in Kilmacud. My uncle was involved in the club, so he'd be quick to tell me that Kilmacud won.
Eamon, we know Eamon well, yeah.
I'd say I know every night Kilmacud's training at the minute. The amount Eamon talks about them. He keeps telling me there's a Kilmacud jersey at the post, so I'm still waiting on it. But no, I do enjoy watching the highlights of the rest of the provinces. It's always fun to see that it's a different standard, or it's not even that it's different standards, it's a different style of play. Sometimes in different provinces, comparing them to each other. Like I was reading Dunboyne lost. Nearly when you're expecting someone to win so much, you're nearly shocked reading it that an underdog has come through. So it just adds more excitement to it when you see who's won their championships and who's gone on for the provinces. But no, definitely don't look at past the next game ahead. I don't think anyone would be smart to do that, because that's how you end up in early doors.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Like, I mean, we've been talking about the numbers there recently, Aileen, like 42 in a row for you, and Donemoyne with 21 in a row in Monaghan, and then there's Boyle winning their first and Crokes back on top. After so much disappointment, Michelle, it has to be said that you managed to finally put that to bed last year. Did you approach Dublin this year then with a little bit more freedom and without that kind of weight of history on your shoulders?
I actually think this year was a little bit more, like Emer Sweeney said it in her acceptance speech there, Friday week. I think we came into this championship wanting to attack it more than anything. Like, there was no sense of defending. I don't know whether Ballymac might feel the same after 40 odd, or similarly in other, like Kilkerran the same. But we really went out with the aspiration to attack every single game and to really show why we had won it last year. And I think by and large we've done that. The attitude was different, but it certainly wasn't any less hungry, is what I would say, to put it frankly.
Go to Aileen, would you echo those sentiments?
Definitely, yeah. No, like people, the comment you get is, would you not leave someone else in, or are you not sick of winning, or but it's the current crop of players. It might be, for us, we had two girls on it and it was their first senior county title, and it was their first experience of playing senior for the year, and it means so much to them, and you always just want to win what's in front of you. We have never spoken about what's behind us. You know, you do that at lovely club events when, you know, you're chatting to older players that have been and gone or whatever. But when you're training every year, you're not thinking, geez, sure, we've won it. You know, it's great. We'll try again this year. All you're thinking is, we're going to put everything into this year. We're going to give it our all. We're going to win this title, not the next one. It's going to be this title. And it means so much to everybody, you know, and we're you know, that's the same as Michelle said. You're just thinking about what's ahead, and you're always striving for another one. But we don't count. We don't count. Everybody else counts. We don't count.
Yeah, I know you do count.
You don't have enough. You don't have enough fingers to count, Aileen.
Oh, we can't. Yeah, we got.
Come here to me, Aileen. How many county medals have you won now?
I believe 17 is what I have, or
So
16.
You count them all
I
right.
can't. We can't figure out what I on the panel for one of them, for the first one. So yeah.
Yeah, and obviously, look, the next goal is to try and get your hands on another Munster medal, and that starts at the weekend. So we wish you well. Ladies, I said I'd keep you about 15 or 20 minutes. It's been about half an hour now, so I'm going to let you guys on your merry way. Róisín Wynne, Orlaith Prenter, Aileen Wall, and Michelle Davoren, been an absolute treat. One of the most enjoyable half hours I've had this week. So thanks so much for your time, and all the very best at the weekend. We might talk to you again over the coming weeks. Thanks a lot.
Thanks very
Thank
much.
you.